Deepak, so nice to see you here in Dubai, sitting right in front of me. I've only watched you on TV growing up and even now, because you continue to do what you were doing and you're great at it. But welcome to Dubai.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Pleasure is mine and I'm really enjoying this. This is the new era, I guess. So probably it's an interesting time for everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm just being a part of that now.
Lovely, and welcome to our show as well on Z Connect. Tell me, what brings you to Dubai?
See, I've actually come here for signature events. They've got some dandiya happening, and I had not been doing all these things for years now because I just went behind the camera. But now that I'm coming in front of the camera again as an actor after a long gap, so I said I might as well start doing it.
Making appearances at
So
celebrations and events, and what a great time to be in Dubai. Navratri is going on.
Yeah, that's exactly the reason. So Navratri time, so I'm here for like 2 nights tonight, and tomorrow we have this whole thing happening. I'm going to have fun. It's been a long time I've done this.
For sure, and you'll have a great time in Dubai as well. But let's talk about you and your journey. I mean, I'm going to take you back there, you know. जब से आपने शुरुआत की,
Oh boy.
I mean, in your career, you've played such versatile roles. Take me back to how it all began for you.
Yeah, okay, so I guess you've taken me back and you're asking for things which are almost 3 decades ago. So it all started, I would say I don't belong to the film industry family, so it was just something that I was in college and my juniors and seniors and everybody around was too filmy because I landed up in Juhu scheme, and Juhu is a place where a lot of filmy crowd is there.
Yeah.
So I guess my seniors were Paresh Rawal and Feroz Khan and all these guys. My juniors were Amir and Amir Khan, and Ashutosh Gwarekar was an ex-college, and all these guys were constantly into, you know, doing plays and doing this and doing dramatics and stuff. So I was primarily not into this business, but I just kind of, you know, got sucked into it. It all started like an amateur thing, and I used to do some small amateur intercollegiate competitions and stuff like that. And then it all just kind of took off, where you know, that kida that gets in that, okay, you want to be an actor, or you want to try, you want to make an attempt.
Yeah.
But of course, initially those 4-5 years that I started, they were disastrous. And it came to a stage where, you know, I almost felt that it is never going to happen, because, you know, when you start off and you don't know people, then they just come and meet you and they say, "Arey, ye kar le, wo kar le." And I started taking on work.
Everything.
Assuming and thinking कि हमारे लिए जो हमारे डेमीगॉड्स होते थे, मिथुन चक्रवर्ती, उनकी कहानियाँ, अमिताभ बच्चन की कहानियाँ, तो वो पढ़ते थे. तो उन्होंने भी छोटे छोटे रोल से शुरू किया था. तो मैंने बोला यार कोई नहीं, हम भी शुरू करेंगे छोटे रोल से. And I started almost like a junior artist, and then it all kind of, you know, एक रोल मिला, दूसरा मिला, पर सारे रोल्स जो है ना, suddenly एक किस्सा बताता हूँ कि one of the films, which was a film called Krodh, Sanjay Dutt and Sunny Deol.
Yes.
And I was offered a very good part in it. Okay, so it all started off. I was very excited कि I'm playing a main villain's henchman. So when I go on the set, I get to know that there are 7 henchmen. So that was a shocker. So suddenly I realized कि ये क्या हो गया? तो बोला अभी कुछ नहीं कर सकते. So after that I shot a lot, and then I was called for dubbing. So that was my first dubbing experience.
Yeah.
So I go for dubbing. When I go for dubbing over there, and I just suddenly say one line कि सर आपका फ़ोन आ गया, और पीछे से वो रिकॉर्डर्स बोलता है कि पैकअप. तो मैंने बोला ये इतना सारा मैंने शूट किया, वो सब. बोला वो घर चला गया. बोला आप भी घर जाओ अभी. So it was crazy, you know. I just realized that everything got deleted.
Correct.
And I had just a minuscule thing to do. And I felt so depressed. I said कि यार ये तो मेरा करियर पूरा ख़त्म. Because 3-4 फिल्में लगातार ऐसी back to back हुई मेरे साथ. And then I had almost given up. And then I think one fine day I was sitting at home and I got a call that Bhatt Sahab is looking for me. Because मैंने उनके पास struggle की थी.
Yes.
और मैंने उनको भी बोला था कि सर दे दो कुछ. तो बोलता जब वक्त आएगा तो बुलाऊंगा. And then, you know, some people who had seen my work, some senior actors, they had seen some auditions of mine, so they remembered कि यार ये लड़का एक रोल के लिए सही है. भट्ट साहब को उन्होंने recommend किया. अवतार गिल and Robin Bhatt, both of them. And I said, okay, ठीक है, I'll go and meet him. पता नहीं ना, I was on a stage where, you know, I had almost lost hope कि बस अब कुछ होने वाला नहीं है. तो उस चक्कर में मैं फिर भी उनसे मिला. तो भट्ट साहब ने बोला कि तुम्हारे लिए एक दोस्त का रोल है, कर लोगे ना? तो मैं बोला भट्ट साहब चॉइस क्या है मेरे पास? मैं बोला हीरो तो आप उसको ले रहे हो जिसने काम ही नहीं किया है। बोला चलो आपका रिश्तेदार है, ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है कहीं से कोई दोस्ती है, तो आपने उसको लिया। फिर उन्होंने बोला कि तू कर ले, यू विल नॉट रिग्रेट इट। आई सेड ठीक है, एंड आई स्टार्टेड ऑफ। सो दैट इज हाउ आशिकी हैपेंड।
Yes.
And then of course, you know, then the whole race of being recognized, and that still that race was, you know, Priya was, I was my suffering was that I was known as Ashiki's friend.
Yeah.
Then second film which came, again I was known as Sanju's friend.
Yes.
But still people didn't know my name. So now the race was to make that name.
Make it to that, yeah.
So you know कि कब मुझे मेरे को लोग नाम से जानेंगे. And then it was the time for Khiladi and Jo Jeeta.
Yeah.
That was the stamp. So then I started getting recognition, and I realized that okay, now I'm part of the trade. Now I'm part of the business.
Seeing the advent of the OTT and, you know, social media, you think now filmmakers are taking more notice? It's easier to get noticed by them?
See, yes, it is a very good time for an actor who's not known yet, who wants to be recognized and who has pure raw talent. I think it's the most brilliant time. And not only for actors, for technicians, for anybody connected with our field.
Yeah.
For the simple reason that OTTs are just booming. And the best part about OTT is you can make things which you can't make on screen.
Yeah.
So such things which are, you know, being evolved, and so many such content and scripts are being made, is so beautiful that for every talent there is space now.
Yeah.
Earlier we had restrictions. I didn't even have television then.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like, it was just the time when TV was starting. So when I see boys and girls today, in our time struggle was कि धक्के खाओ, BST में जाओ, ट्रेन में जाओ, चल के जाओ, पैसे नहीं होते थे और कोई ऐसी कंफर्ट नहीं होती थी। अब बच्चे आते हैं, गाड़ी है, फ्लैट है, रेंट पे दिए जा रहे हैं, सब हो रहा है,
और घर पे बैठे बैठे कंटेंट अपलोड हो रहा है,
और सब 5 स्टार की लाइफ जी रहे हैं। खाली यही है कि बस हम छोटे स्क्रीन पे हैं, हमको बड़े स्क्रीन पे आना है, आज नहीं तो कल, इतनी ही दौड़ है। So, but everybody has place today.
Yes.
And everybody has something that they can say, okay, I can achieve this.
Yeah.
So today the times are very good. The digital world is extremely good.
Yeah.
And for everybody.
Well, your daughter Samara is following in your footsteps and has also taken up acting. Do you guide her on the work front?
Well, actually, fortunately, of course, yeah. I mean, she was not, you know, attracted towards this when she was growing up. But I think she was about 6 years old when I first told her that, beta, no matter what you do, you're going to be here. You're going to be doing this. So she was very much, she studied, she qualified. Her mother was not really, you know, wanting that she should be a part of this. And although all said and done, I used to always tell her, I said, beta, you're going to be here no matter what. So I guess probably you let the child do whatever they want to do. So it was all on her own that she decided one fine day that, okay, Papa, I think I want to do this. So I laughed. I said, okay, there you are. So now it's your journey. So obviously, yeah, I mean, all that I probably do is I give her the support, which is what I never got. I give her the benchmarks. I give her the pros and cons. And this is how I guide, because I am not the imposing kind of a father.
Amazing. Superb. Now tell me what's next for you in terms of acting and direction.
Okay, so as in acting, it is a kind of a surprise thing, because I really was not prepared. One fine day, you know, I used to again, you know, do my hair black and do all this
If you
dyeing and all
do your
that.
hair black and remove your beard, now you'll be back to what you were in the 90s. You look exactly the same.
That's very kind of you. But trust me, I got bored of doing this one fine day, a couple of years ago. And then I said, I don't want to do this. And I don't want to do that kind of role also, even if I want to act in OTT and this and that. So I probably realized that I don't want to do it, and I stopped doing this. But I think that really changed a lot. Because one fine day I was just kind of coming out of Nature's Basket, you know, one of those grocery stores. And I was picking up my thing, and one of the female directors, who's a friend of mine, she was been an ad filmmaker for a longest time. And she's made her last film with Nasir Bhai, Ratna, and she's a national award winner for that. Made a film called Coffin Maker, Veena Bakshi her name is. And Veena and me, we know like for donkey's years, but she never saw me like, okay, because that school of filmmaking is entirely different. I come from an entirely different school as an actor. What happened with Veena was, we crossed each other in Nature's Basket, and suddenly she saw me with this look and she says, oh my God, Deepak, oh, I need to send you a script. You need to read it. So I said, okay. So that is how I got my first proper script as an actor. And I loved it. It was a matured love story of, a man who's 50 plus and a woman who's about 45 plus.
Yeah.
So I thought this is something which I always, wanted to do, and I always felt that this is where I belong and I want to do this cinema. And I have been longing to do it, and I never got the opportunity. And it so happens that there are almost 5-6 other people who are involved in the film. They are all national award winners. So for me, it was like, wow. But I was not the icing on the cake, because I was the only guy who was not in that league.
Yes.
So I asked all of them. I said, "ये तुम सब certificate वाले हो, मैं अकेला एक commercial पप्पू यहाँ पे, तो बोलता है कि अभी तू चुपचाप काम कर, trust us ना." So I said, "Do it." I said, "Obviously."
Wow.
So I saw the result also before coming here. It's a film called Itar.
Okay.
And it's a very, very sweet love story. It should be coming out probably by the end of the year.
Okay.
And that would be something interesting to watch. And in the meantime, I was directing a film called Tipsy, which was started in 2019. But because of the COVID thing, it got pushed back, 2 years again lost. We were going to go to London. And eventually the third year, again I planned to go to London in 21. Again the Omicron thing happened.
Yes.
So it was like a back-to-back shocker. I decided I'm not going to go there. So my presenter Raju Chadda ji and we sat together and we decided that we don't want to go to London. Let's just wrap it in Goa and Bombay. And it's a kind of a 5 girls film. It's a fun adventure, a kind of inspired by Hangover, but not a copy of Hangover, nothing of that sort. But it's a beautiful film, and I'm also acting in it as one of the primary characters in that. So I'm looking forward that the audience also, I hope that the audience accepts me in this kind of a growth and the process that I am kind of, felt that this is going to be new for me. So I'm looking forward, a lot of other good scripts are coming, and I hope that you guys will see me more on screen, as well as some films that I am looking at making also.
We would love to, and we hope more and more work comes along your way as an actor, and of course great scripts and great behind the scene content also you're able to create. And if you ever want to make somebody sitting in Dubai an actor, I'm here.
Wow, that will be, I was going to ask you actually, why haven't you started acting as yet?
Because Bombay कौन जाएगा? वहाँ पे रहना पड़ेगा.
नहीं, अब तो actually दुबई में भी काफी लोग shoot करते हैं ना.
Dubai, Abu Dhabi. Yeah, you can keep me in mind. I'll give you my number also. मैंने on record बोल दिया, अब आप पीछे नहीं हट सकते.
बिल्कुल पक्की बात.
But it's been such a pleasure talking to you, Deepak. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Lovely talking to you, and thank you for having me here.